I don't remember the last time as a Jets fan that we were talking about the trade deadline this far away. Like it's January 15th. And we've been talking about the trade deadline now for pretty much like a month, consistently when it comes to the rumors, going back to mid-December. And it's just crazy to think about because here we are again, and the Jets are, back in the news when it comes to the trades. And this one's a pretty big one. That's the thing too. It's when a team is good, like Winnipeg has been, when a team is dominant like Winnipeg has been this year, their name is in the news a lot more often than not because, of course it makes sense that a team that good is going to want to go all in and compete, at a net level, super high level going into the playoffs. And it seems like the Winnipeg Jets have been tied to forward on the New York Islanders, Matthew Barzal. Now, this is coming from Carter Brooks a couple of days ago, saying that the Jets have some interest here. It is reported a very high asking price, a roster player and 2 prospects, young roster player and 2 prospects. So, it's definitely one of those top tier trades. And Matthew Barzal, this isn't just some random player that you're getting on any other trade deadline. This is a franchise player. This is a legit, number 1, number 2 guy, top 6 player that can really make a difference on a long-term contract. Like I said, an all-star, an elite player that's had a lot of success in the NHL. You look at that career, 455 points in 521 games. Obviously, he was injured for a lot of the season so far, so that's why those point totals are down. But, he's on a contract of $9 million for the next 6 years after this contract, so it fits the window perfectly, if you ask me. And when you look at the top 6, and you can imagine sliding, a guy like Barzal into that number 1, 2 spot, it really solidifies things in the top 6 for a long time to come. But let's get to the bread and butter of this trade. Is it likely to happen? Islanders fans, if you're even watching this video, I'm going to just come out and say it right now. Even though this is something that I saw in the news, I really don't think this is going to happen. I just thought it was interesting and I wanted to talk about it because, Matthew Barzal, like I said, he's a franchise player, and anytime your team can be linked to a franchise player, you're going to want to talk about it, regardless of it being real or not. You look at the seasons that he's had with the New York Islanders, he's been pretty damn incredible on some pretty bad teams as well. So, this is a guy that has a lot of skill, a lot of upside. I think that if the Jets were to make a trade for this, I think the centerpiece would be someone like Cole Perfetti. And honestly, I like Cole Perfetti. I think he's a good player. I really like him as a person. He seems like a good dude, but he just really hasn't been that guy that I want him to be for the Winnipeg Jets. 100 points in 184 games. He just got those 100 points last night. And he's a good player and all, but I just don't know if he's the guy that I want, for the future. And, he's on that bridge contract at 3.25. I don't want the Jets to overpay him for some super long-term contract. Like I said, he's got skill, he's got chemistry with the top 6, but he just is too inconsistent, and he's way too streaky of a player when it comes to points. And if the Jets, like I said, if the Jets got to really have a real chance here at acquiring Matthew Barzal, then they should go all in for it. Absolutely. You can't worry about, the ifs and nots with Cole Perfetti if you're going to have a chance to trade for a guy like Matthew Barzal, and when it comes to the young players, throw Brad Lambert in there. I love Brad Lambert, but I don't think Brad Lambert's going to be as good as Matthew Barzal. And this one pains me because I think he's going to be really good. But even Ilya Solmelson, he's an all-star with the Moose this year, the best player on the Moose this year, arguably, outside of Chibrikov and Lambert. Throw him in. Hell, even Colby Barlow. If the Colby Barlow pushes the needle even more, throw him in. A couple first-round picks. That might be too much. I don't know. But at the end of the day, like I said, this is the type of player that really makes a difference for a franchise. If you're the Winnipeg Jets trying to go out there and win a Stanley Cup, solidify your top 6 for the future with the core you already have, because Scheifele's not getting any younger, and he's on that $8 million contract. Kyle Connor ain't getting younger. Ehlers is a free agent soon. You're going to need to add to the top 6 eventually, especially if some of these prospects don't end up clicking, because then you're going to be having some holes in your lineup. So a guy like Barzal would absolutely come in and solidify this team and really put them over the top. This would not be like some Sean Monahan trade. This wouldn't be a Kevin Hayes trade. This would be the Jets going all out on a fantastic player that would be a franchise-altering trade potentially for the Winnipeg Jets. And, at the thought of that, I absolutely love it. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. This one seems a little bit unrealistic, but I still want to talk about it because, man, Barzal on the Jets, can you imagine? So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. As always, if it's the first time checking out a video on this channel, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, check out all the affiliate links down in the description below. Peace, love, and positivity as always. Go Jets, go, and I will see you all in the next one very, very soon.
It'll all be over.